Overset Kid, aka Mr. Get Your Tank Top Ready, as promised, part 2. All right, so now we're gonna bring the comparison in.
Right.
My boy here, he gonna compare him. Like I told you guys, I did not get this shoe. So it's only right that my boy gonna lead the way on this comparison.
Right.
Because, you know, he done had all the years just about that came out of it in 96. Well, you ain't got 03.
I ain't got 03 now.
Yeah,
Nah.
But he done had about all of them you can think of in the last 10 plus years.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is sit in this corner and I'm gonna let you lead the way, my boy.
All right. Well, like I said, we gave y'all the 25 already, so it ain't really much to get into. Like I said, I done showed y'all the box. I'm still, I know he gonna sit in the corner, but I gotta put in work. You hold on to that.
I got you.
But I'm gonna bring you the 16. All right. Now, the 16, we still got the same color scheme. But what's different? Well, size and everything still the same. But what's different? You got the Jumpman on the box. And I'm gonna be honest, initially, this was one of the first shoes with this. I think the Master 12s, the all black with a little bit of white.
Master Play.
That might
we
have
called
been
them the Tax 12s.
Yeah. That might have been the first pair that I bought that year with this box here. So I was excited to see the color scheme come back. But I'm like, man, they can do that. Like we didn't by this point, because this is 2016, I believe. So yeah, by this point, we've already gotten shoes with Nike Air on them. You know, if they can do that, they can give us a box. But nevertheless, they gave us the Jumpman box with it. Now, these shoes are worn. Now, I ain't giving you nothing DS, but this is my 16 version of the
take it up that level, see it, my boy.
Now, I talked about this in the in the last video. The tongue here with the Jumpman. Like looking at this tongue, we'll start there. Looking at this tongue with the Jumpman. That Jumpman shape, the stitching on that thing looks perfect. But it's because it, like I said, it looks screen printed. But when you, let me see that one.
There you go.
When you, same shoe too, the right shoe. When you look at them, you can see this one here is almost perfect with the stitching. This one is a great look, but it's a body to it. It's a body to it. So I think that's something they tried to do to kind of bring it back with the from the original standpoint. And even the Jumpmans on the back of them, when you look at the ones on the back of them, you can tell they shaped a little different. Just a little different. I don't know if the camera shows it, but this one on here on my left, in my left hand, which is my left, you guys is right, it looks a little bit more perfect than this one. But again, the one in my left hand is the 16. So I think that might be one area where the 16 is superior. As I'm looking at them, from the toe, there's not really much different.
Identical.
I've
been looking at, I'm just watching you talk about these shoes. These shoes look identical.
It's not really much different, because I was thinking, okay, well, maybe on the new one, this little red piece right here, which comes up, maybe it might be a little thicker, or maybe it
identical.
Now this little Spalding thing, or this Wilson thing that you got here with the feel like the basketball, you get a little bit more feel out of it. But and I honestly can't say if this one didn't have it, because obviously 2016 with 2025, that's 9 years. So the shoe, even though it doesn't look bad, it still does have some age to it. So maybe it might have had that feel to it. I'm not sure.
I see a big difference.
But you can see it there.
I can see this right here. You see how this is?
Oh yeah.
This is a darker red than that red right there.
It is.
This one is two different tones. So let them see it.
Two tones. Yep. And now that I noticed too. This one is the one that he said was two different tones.
You can tell in the camera right there. You see the two different colors. See how that one right there stick out more?
It does. It does right there. So that might be one major difference between the two. Looks like they kept the color scheme consistent on this.
On the newest one.
On this new one, but from the back part, even with the tongue,
QC is more QC issues on
Lord.
that. You see all that glue? 2016 had a lot more glue.
So,
it's a lot of QC issues on that one.
Yeah.
So they did clean it up in 2025.
They did. Now, what I'll say here, obviously, nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. So, would I have been disappointed had I not gotten the 25? Yes, I would have been disappointed. And that's only because I know this 16 ain't gonna last me forever. Yeah. Because this shoe still look good.
You're always looking at 10 years.
Yeah, this shoe still look good. So honestly, I can't tell you when I'm gonna wear this shoe. I'm gonna wear it at some point. I don't know. But if I was to wear this shoe right now in the street, nobody wouldn't be able to tell. You can't really tell the difference. Like I said, and I'm looking at the back, the width. This one, the 16 looks a little wider, but it could be because I've been wearing it, and this is a brand new shoe.
But you said something in another video, my boy.
What's that?
You said 2016 hurt your feet.
It did. It did.
Okay.
It did.
So has Nike now improved upon the actual quality as far as the feel of the shoe?
I think so.
Because some of the shoes that I've got, especially retros, remember them Dion's, they done improved that quality big time.
They did.
As far as the feel.
They did.
So maybe now, I don't know as far as it was it polyurethane or what is that? I don't know what it is they're using.
Yep.
But what is it different now as far as like what they doing?
I think it is different.
Let's pull out the shoe inserts and see if there's a difference in the shoe inserts from that time.
Okay. You mean like the soles?
Yeah, the sole, like the shoe insert. I want to see did they improve upon them.
And as I'm doing this, I will say this: as I was sitting there looking at the side, this right here, this part that comes up, this red part that comes up, is a lot higher on this 2025
so
version,
it is
which is truer to the original.
Yeah,
and it's gonna come out a lot easier. Oh Lord, feel on that.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I felt that with my hand.
Yeah, you know what this feel like? Huh? You remember the Olive 9?
Yeah,
how we felt the Olive 9. Yeah, man.
And it came out. It wasn't glued.
It ain't glued down.
Yeah.
No glue, it ain't glued
and
down.
It came out like that came out. This was sitting on top of it.
Oh, it's that dream cell.
Yeah.
It'll go out, it'll bottom out fast, but it feel good in the beginning.
It feel good. And this, I was able to pull it out without pulling this out. It came right on out. This was still stuck in the shoe. Like that's
what about pull out the 2016, my boy, and see what we got there. Or has it kind of glued itself down and you can't even pull it out now?
We about to find out. We about to find out. See, I still got trees in this one. We got a shoe tree, which that one didn't have a shoe tree. Let me see. Oh yeah. It ain't coming out like that. Coming out. I'm at the work.
What happens is the glue work on it get to a point where the glue, see if we feel it.
Yeah.
Nah. I don't know if it been you. That don't feel as good as that one. Oh no.
And I will I will share something with y'all because we family. With anything past 11, that retros, anything past 11, I don't bother to take the sole out because 11 on back, they got this famous thing in the insole that say Nike Air. So I take it out and I put tape on it because I don't ever want that to go away. But if it's a Jumpman, and don't get me wrong, Jordan, my guy, I respect the Jumpman, but I don't really, it's not like it's going to kill me if the Jumpman goes away. Yeah, I don't care about it like that.
I don't give a damn if the Nike Air go away. I'm just going to laugh.
Yeah.
I know me. Yeah. I know you. You the purest of the group.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of that, I'm gonna move on a little bit and introduce y'all to this 2009 version of it. Now, it's crazy because at one point in time, so we got the Jordan box.
Y'all see that box?
We taking it back, but still 11.5. We taking it back. The Jordan box with the bubbles on the side, Jumpman on the lid. Now, with this shoe, at one point in time, this was the only black and red Jordan I had. I used to always say, man, I wish I had the one with the leather. Because I've heard people say, man, a true reimagined a true reimagined 12 flu game, this would have been the first one because it's going away from the it's going away from the leather.
I can see that being reimagined.
It's going away from the leather. You even got this thing here on the side, which I thought was a cool touch they added to it. If you look at it, you got the 97, 38. That with the emoji there, which was a thing before we didn't. I don't even know if we was calling them emojis back then.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, but the 97 is for the year, and the 38 is for the amount of points he had against Utah in that game. But I think with this one, obviously you had that. Now it was still low on the side, But again, you would have to really be looking at it to kind of see the difference. Like,
oh no, my boy, I can tell now.
What you mean?
Because I've been watching these. Yeah. Now when you put out, the first thing I noticed is that it's low. How low it is.
It's low. Yeah. Yep.
And it looks lower quality than the other ones that we got too.
It is. And even if you look at the back, this is the 16. The 16 and the 25 is the same when it comes down to the Jordan stripe at the back. All right. You got your red, black and red here. You got your black, red, and white here. Even there at the bottom, you got your all red. The 2-3 is red as well. And the 2-3 is black as well. So you can see some noticeable changes with that. And down the tongue, where it normally says 2-3. You got again the 97 and 38 with the sick emoji. Still got Jumpman, and the inner tongue is red here, and the size is in the shoe, like on the side.
On the side of
it. It's in the shoe on the side, and here, you know, we got a black liner on both the 16 and the 25. Now, one of the things, we talked about this off camera, we're gonna bring it to you guys too. And one of the things that this 2009 version had, because I think this might have been probably the first shoe, because this came out Black Friday. I do remember this might have been the first Black Friday shoe I bought.
You?
Yeah, me personally.
Okay.
The first Black Friday Jordan I bought was this one back in 2009. Because that was a little bit before things kind of got out of hand. Yeah, exactly. A little bit before things kind of got out of hand, but this was the first Black Friday shoe I bought, and I started consistently buying the Black Friday release up until that Oreo 5 came out that I wasn't too fond of. I let that one go.
You know how you feel about the Jordan 21?
Yeah.
Hated it. That's how I feel about that shoe.
About this one right here?
I can't stand that shoe.
Yeah, well, and you know what though?
I can't stand. I guess because I'm old and I know how the original.
Yeah.
When they came out with that shoe, when I saw that shoe, this how I looked at the shoe. I was like,
yeah.
In the is that?
Yeah.
Like I was not a fan.
And to be honest with you, the only reason I was a fan was because I didn't have this.
Yeah.
I didn't have this leather. I used to always say, man, but as I started to kind of watch and see, I'm like, you know what? Eventually, it's gonna roll around where we can get the leather version of it, and we got it. Like I said, we got this one and we got that one, so I'm good there. But this shoe, the actual flu game shoe, this is the only one I really say
one
flu
time.
Game, the actual flu game shoe.
Actual flu game shoe.
Message.
Well, this one got that don't have, or this one don't have is this right here, man. I got this this retro card here. And we talked about it, and I think at the time, so 2009, which was the 24th version of the shoe, was the year that they came out. So they got all the shoes on it up to that point. And I know you say retro cards are useless.
I think they're useless.
Well,
and I think we should have a separate video about why they're useless.
We
Message.
we could. I look at it like it just gives me something else to hold on to that's gonna let you see. This is what it's 2025, 2009. You know that was 16 years ago. So
and let me ask you this right here. And how many of them cards you got?
Oh, I got a lot of them.
Exactly. We're gonna stop right there. That's my point. No, we're not out with this is a comparison video.
Yeah.
We want to get off the subject.
Right.
So we're gonna have a separate video. We're gonna talk about this right here. And I'm gonna explain my position.
Okay.
Because this your time. Do your thing with your comparison.
I will say this because when we did our comparison of the fives,
The Metallic Five,
we
yes.
were picking out which shoe was better. We put them in a row. Like we don't even have to do that with that. Like
Nah.
we know we're not even gonna.
We already know.
The major comparison would be between the 16 version and this 25 version. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
Off the top, I'm gonna say the 25.
I'm gonna say the 25 too.
25
can't,
better.
Yeah, I can't.
The
give it
25
a
has
comparison.
better QC.
Better QC.
We already seen that.
Yep. Better
It's just
QC.
it seemed like it's a better built shoe, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And I do like the
Yes.
fact that the reds add up. And
Yes.
watch just me watching them, seeing the reds with the different color, the two-tone color reds,
Yep.
which
You can see that.
you can't tell it
Right
till you
there.
put the other one right beside it.
put it
And
right
you
beside
can
it.
tell it real bad.
Right. You can
But
tell
yeah, I'm gonna go with 2025. I think 2025, in my personal opinion,
Right.
is the best one.
Yeah.
But if you got a 2016, it ain't a big
It
deal.
ain't a
if
big deal.
you got a 2016.
It ain't a big deal. I was actually surprised too, though, at how hard it was to cut. I mean, I don't understand what's really going on. Like, what's
I know
really
what's
going
going on.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't even think it was the kids this time.
I know what's going on,
Yeah.
brother. You want to know what's going
Please tell me something.
on? All right, let's talk about this and put this in a nutshell. All right, Nike/Jordan brand. I told y'all the previous video, they're not going to be number 2 to anyone. They know what I've told you guys in several videos. I mean, y'all fall for banana and tailpipe every time. I got to keep it a whole bug. It is what it is.
Man.
Whenever they limit something, they know people want what they can't have.
Right.
That's human nature for most of you, right? Why y'all think y'all like Louis and Gucci? Because everybody can't have it. Everybody can't have a $2,000 belt, right?
No,
Okay.
I don't want a $2,000 bill.
Well, I mean, but they know, so that's why y'all like these collabs so much. They know the formula.
Right.
That's why they telling y'all all these shoes are limited. Because now y'all hear it limited, it's like, oh my God, it's limited. Everybody can't have it. So when I show up to the party, everybody not gonna have this shoe on now.
Message.
Because they mass produced the shoes over the last couple years, and it was a great time for me.
Right.
But now I've come to realize that they're going to limit the shoes because I told him, let's do the math, people. How many bangers have they gave us in 1 year?
Already?
No, I'm saying for the whole year. According to my calculation, I know people going to look at it more. I'm seeing over 30 shoes that even I would want, right?
Yeah.
When have they ever gave us that many shoes in 1 year? They going to get their numbers. Just hear me out. Because they're going to reduce their number of shoes, they giving you more shoes. As far as instead of you giving me 400,000 of these, I got less of these, but I got 2 other Jordans that's on the way. Yeah. And I'm gonna get my numbers back. So it's a numbers game. They're gonna get their numbers because they're giving us more shoe variety. They just giving us less of it.
They're giving less of it. Yeah.
So that's how I see it. Now, if somebody tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. But man, and all of what you're saying, I agree with. And I think while you were talking, I was listening to you, but I'm still looking. I really, other than some designs, some angles, I think they really went hard to try to make this look like the OG. You can look at it, and just the way these things come, it affects the overall shape of the shoe. You see how this comes up? Like, just look at that right there. Just it looks different. How it comes, how this comes to the toe, and then it slants down. How this stays up as far as it can before it gets to the toe. It's just a big difference.
Hey, listen. Ask a cook. When they prepare a meal for 5,000 people or 5 people.
Oh, you gonna cut some corners?
We'll go, hey, listen.
You're gonna cut some corners.
Them 5 people go enjoy. Them 5,000 gonna get what they gonna get. Yep. And that's the reason why these retros look better. Yeah. Because they reduce the numbers to make sure the quality's on point.
Yeah, they did. This is a good quality shoe. Even from the font that I'm looking at now, I'm starting to look at everything on the back. Although this one has better jump, man, this has better font on the with the shoe on my left, you guys is right. Now one of the things I also saw with it that I was shocked by, I saw people wearing it. Like, it came out yesterday. I saw people wearing it last night.
Damn.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, man, are we back to doing that? I didn't. Yeah, I saw a couple people.
Well, at this point, you ain't got to think about it. You saved your shoes long ago,
right?
Because you knew wasn't nobody that's gonna have it in a couple months or a couple years, right? But they got this thing called StockX, eBay, and everything else. So if you don't wear your shoe, somebody else gonna be able to pick it up the next 2 to 3 years anyway.
Man, you know what though? We used to run into this problem, both of us.
Yeah.
When you hold on to a shoe and you finally pull it out, it's something that the kids ain't seen. Somebody gonna try you and assume that it's fake. You know what I'm saying?
I went through that stage.
You don't even have that problem no more.
No, you don't have that problem no more.
You don't have that problem no more.
StockX changed that.
Anything that's out there now,
StockX and all these other second places, hand places, they changed that. Resale changed that.
Yeah, it did. You pretty much can, like, somebody did come in and say, man, you can get anything you want. I'm like, okay. I just don't go that route.
I ain't going. Hell no. We ain't talking like that.
If I can't get it from a store,
I ain't going across the water.
I'm not doing that. I can't do it because if you can't get it from the store and you ain't got something that you know what it is, it probably gonna last you long anyway.
No, I ain't gonna take a chance and find out. That ain't finna happen because that ain't my thing. Right. It's the thrill of the hunt. I done told y'all it's the thrill of the hunt.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm gonna get it, and I'm looking for it. Yeah. Sometimes I'm gonna win, sometimes I'm gonna lose.
That's the game. Absolutely.
But the bottom line is I'm playing the game.
Gonna play the game. Absolutely. Man, you got anything else for him on this? I mean,
that's it, my boy.
We went a little bit.
We went a little bit on.
It wasn't much you could say as far as from a egregious difference. I think they made some improvements with this one.
Sometimes it don't take but the little things that make all the difference in the world.
What you call them?
Subtle changes. They make all the difference in the world.
I would like to see though, if you got them, comment, leave us a comment and talk. I would like to see how these pairs stack up against the 2003 version or the 97 version. If you got them, just let me know your thoughts and do you think that they really tried? Because what we said about the fives is I felt like the 2025 was 2000 as opposed to 1990.
Yeah, I thought so too.
If you got the older ones, the 2003 or the 1997 versions, what do you think they tried to do with this one? Does it look more 2003? Does it look like it's 97? Because if you compare it to 2016, you know, it's his own shoe, and of course 2009 is his own. That's a totally different shoe. The only thing that's the same is the color.
You know, 2009. You can keep that. You know, operation we're talking about. But guess what? Always remember over here, we keep the body tight, feet right. Later.